My dear friends, I welcome you with a heart full of expectation, because today is not an ordinary moment. This is a divine appointment. Something in your spirit has already been sensing that change is near. Something in your heart has been stirring, whispering that the season you have been praying for is closer than it has ever been. And today, I want to speak into that expectation. I want to water the seed of faith inside you until it starts growing so powerfully that nothing, no doubt, no fear, no delay can stop it. Because God is about to release millionaire blessings. And the sign of what He's about to do will shock your family. Before I go any further, let me say this. Millionaire blessings are not only about money. They are about transformation, elevation, supernatural turnaround, and divine positioning. Financial overflow is included. Yes, but the heart of this blessing is that God is about to place you in a realm you were never supposed to reach by human standards. He is about to lift you into opportunities that generations before you never had access to. He is about to turn you into the evidence of what His grace can do. Some people around you have underestimated the power of your destiny because they judged you based on your current situation. But God is preparing to make you the very person they point to when they say, I don't know how it happened, but only God could have done that. For a long time you may have been dealing with struggle, quiet struggles, silent battles, unspoken burdens. You worked hard, you prayed, you cried in secret, you encouraged others while you were hurting, you kept going when everything in you wanted to give up, you survived seasons that were designed to break you, and because you kept moving, because you kept believing, even when the answer felt far away, heaven has taken notice. You are standing at the edge of a divine release. God is about to shock your family with what He does next in your life. Some of you come from families where poverty was normal, where struggle was expected, where abundance felt like a fairy tale. But God specializes in rewriting family stories. Every generation has a chosen one, someone God selects to break the cycle, shift the direction, and raise the standard. And I declare over you today that you are that person. You're stepping into blessings that will not only elevate you, but will change the way your family thinks, dreams, and believes. You're about to become the proof that generational limitations can be broken. You're about to become the testimony that inspires a new lineage of possibility. I want you to understand something deeply. Millionaire blessings come through the realm of purpose. God never releases abundance without a divine assignment attached to it. He blesses those He can trust to be a conduit of impact, healing, and change. You are not being lifted merely for personal comfort. You are being lifted so that your life becomes a lighthouse to others who are still living in shadows. You are being elevated so you can open doors that others could never open for themselves. You are being positioned so you can feed people, help people, bless people, employ people, and give life to dreams that never would have lived without your influence. That's why your journey has been so intense. That's why your storms have been so heavy. You weren't going through regular battles because you were never destined for regular blessings. The warfare had to match the weight of the calling. Some of you didn't even realize what was inside you until life started squeezing you. You discovered qualities, resilience, and strength that you didn't know existed. And because you survived everything that was meant to kill your purpose, God is about to reward you in a way that will look supernatural. When I say millionaire blessings, some people immediately think only about material gain. But understand this, true millionaire blessings include favor that money can't buy. They include peace that riches cannot purchase. They include the kind of opportunities that appear out of nowhere and elevate you in ways that your resume cannot explain. They include the kind of restoration that mends what felt permanently broken. They include the kind of ideas that open the door to new levels of prosperity. God is preparing to release wisdom, strategy, vision, and connections that will align you with doors you once believed were too big for you. The sign that is coming, the sign that will shock your family, will not be small. It will not be subtle. It will be undeniable. Something will shift so dramatically that your family will look at you with new eyes. They will say, "How did you do that?" And your answer will be simple. "It wasn't me, it was God." Before long, people who hardly paid attention to your potential will start saying your name in rooms you've never been in. They will speak of you with honor. They will reference your success as inspiration. You will become the first in your family to break barriers, reach new levels, and step into territories once unimaginable. But let me also remind you, when God gets ready to move, He often tests the posture of your heart. Millionaire blessings require millionaire discipline, millionaire mindset, and millionaire faith. Your thinking must expand before your circumstances expand. God is preparing you inwardly, so that when the outward blessing arrives, you will be able to carry it with integrity, wisdom, and endurance. He is shaping you to be stable, so that success does not shake you. He is grounding you so that abundance does not distract you. He's maturing you, so that wealth becomes a tool for purpose, not for pride. There are people who will question your elevation. Some will doubt you. Some will whisper. Some will try to attach themselves to your success without understanding the battles you endured to reach it. But do not be moved by their opinions. God's blessing on your life does not require their approval. Your destiny is not a group project. This next breakthrough is between you and God. And when the blessing manifests, their disbelief will only amplify God's glory in your story. You may be asking yourself, why me? Why now? The answer is simple. The time of preparation is ending and the time of manifestation is beginning. You have reached the fullness of a season. What God planted long ago is now mature enough to be revealed. There are blessings with your name on them that have been waiting for the right moment, and that moment is approaching. Every delay was a setup for greater maturity. Every disappointment was a redirect towards something better. Every setback was a teaching tool to prepare you for this exact moment. Let me speak directly to your spirit. You are not behind, you are not late, you are right on schedule. The very things you thought were slowing you down were actually protecting you. God wasn't withholding blessings. He was shaping you so that when the blessing arrives, you won't lose it, waste it, or misuse it. You will walk into this season with clarity, gratitude, and divine responsibility. As you enter this millionaire blessing season, expect unusual favor. Expect unexpected financial opportunities. Expect supernatural debt cancellation. Expect restoration in areas that looked permanently closed. Expect healing in places you thought would always remain wounded. Expect new partnerships, new contracts, new ideas, new pathways, and new doors. Expect transformation in your emotions, confidence, mindset, and vision. Expect a level up. Expect to evolve. You must prepare yourself, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally for what is on the way. You must speak as though the blessing is already here. You must carry yourself like someone who expects success, not someone who is fearing failure. Your words will attract your season. Your mindset will shape your reality. Your behavior will invite divine alignment. Begin declaring abundance even before you see it. Begin acting as if breakthrough is inevitable. Begin believing as if the promise is already fulfilled. Your family will witness the shift. Some will celebrate you. Some will be speechless. Some will be shocked. And some will have no choice but to acknowledge that the hand of God is on your life. The same people who once doubted you will become witnesses to the transformation. Same people who underestimated you will see why God set you apart. You will become a living testimony, an example of how God lifts those who remain faithful, humble, and obedient. As you prepare to step into this new chapter, remember that abundance comes with responsibility. You must steward it wisely. Blessing should flow through you, not just to you. Let generosity become your language. Let humility remain your foundation. Let integrity govern your decisions, and let gratitude pour out of you daily. If you handle what God is about to give you with wisdom, it will not only bless you, it will bless generations after you. There is a divine shift happening in the atmosphere. It is the beginning of a season where the impossible becomes normal, where the improbable becomes the expected, where miracles become part of your daily experience, where doors that were once closed swing wide open without explanation, where ideas you have carried quietly suddenly become sources of prosperity, where people you never imagined would help you become instruments of your elevation. All of this is not coming because you are perfect, not because you earned it through flawless performance, not because you followed every instruction perfectly. It is coming because God has chosen you. It is coming because your heart has remained open. It is coming because your faith, even when small, has been consistent. It is coming because God delights in surprising His children. It is coming because you have endured long enough. It is coming because God is ready to show Himself strong in your life. So stand tall, lift your head, strengthen your faith, prepare your spirit. You are stepping into a blessing that will rewrite your story. You are stepping into abundance that will reveal your purpose. You are stepping into favor that will pour into every area of your life. You are stepping into a season where the dreams you whispered in the dark become realities. You live in the light. And when the sign appears, and it will be so clear, so powerful, so undeniable, that your family will say, "We have never seen anything like this." They will watch your life change in real time. They will witness your elevation. They will see the blessing unfold right before their eyes, and the shock will not come from jealousy or disbelief. It will come from the awe of seeing God do something extraordinary. This is your time. This is your season. This is your moment. The windows of heaven are opening. The blessing is releasing. The promise is manifesting. God is about to make you a headline of His goodness. And when He does, every tear, every prayer, every sacrifice, every lonely night, every silent struggle will make sense. Prepare yourself. You have entered the chapter where God shows you why He didn't let you quit. You have entered the moment where blessings overtake burdens. You have entered the season where financial overflow meets spiritual maturity. You have entered the journey where purpose meets prosperity. And the miracle that is coming will not only lift you, it will leave your family speechless. Get ready. God is about to release millionaire blessings. And the sign that comes next will shock everyone who ever knew you. God is positioning you for supernatural elevation in this season. And it is important to understand that what is happening around you is not random. Nothing about this moment in your life is accidental. The shifts, the changes, the transitions, the endings, and even the unexpected beginnings you have experienced are all part of a divine setup. God is intentionally rearranging the landscape of your life to prepare you for a rise that only He can orchestrate. This elevation is not the kind that comes from human connections, family status, or personal strength. It is the kind of promotion that leaves people saying, "This had to be God." Many times before elevation comes, life becomes uncomfortable. Things that once fit you begin to feel too tight. People you used to walk with may no longer walk at your pace. Opportunities you depended on may suddenly shift or fall apart. And when everything feels unstable, it's easy to think something is going wrong, but in reality, something is going right. When God is preparing to elevate you, He first removes anything that would hold you back, distract you, or limit your rise. He begins to close doors that no longer align with your destiny. He starts stirring something within you, an ambition, a vision, a hunger that signals that a higher level is calling you. Some of the battles you faced recently were not attacks meant to destroy you. They were pressures meant to push you higher. Just like a plane must face resistance to ascend, your challenges were a necessary part of your liftoff. You may not have understood why certain friendships faded, why certain opportunities slipped away, or why certain plans didn't succeed. But looking back, you will realize that God was protecting you from being tied to something that could not carry the weight of your future blessings. Your destiny required separation, clarity, and endurance. God's elevation does not follow human timing. You may have felt overlooked, underestimated, or even forgotten. You may have watched others rise while wondering when your turn would come. But what looks like delay in your eyes is often preparation in God's eyes. He wasn't ignoring you. He was developing you. He was strengthening your character, sharpening your discernment, and growing your resilience so that when the elevation arrives, you can handle it with wisdom, stability, and grace. Blessings that come too early can crush a person, but blessings that arrive at the right time can transform their life. God is making sure your elevation is lasting, not temporary. Another key sign that supernatural elevation is near is the emergence of unusual favor. Doors you never knocked on will begin to open. People who don't know your full story will suddenly feel drawn to support you. Opportunities you didn't qualify for will begin to find their way towards you. This is because when God elevates someone, He alters the atmosphere around them. He amplifies their voice, highlights their gifts, and aligns them with the right people at the right time. Things that used to be difficult will suddenly become smooth. What once felt impossible will begin to unfold naturally. You must also prepare your heart and mind for this shift. Elevation requires a new mindset. You cannot step into a supernatural level while thinking with limitations. You must begin to see yourself through the lens of what God is about to do, not through the lens of what you've been through. This means speaking differently, believing differently, and acting with the confidence of someone who knows that heaven is backing their steps. You cannot shrink yourself to fit into old versions of your life. You must rise with the grace that is rising within you. God is positioning you for a level of abundance that will reveal His hand on your life. The blessing coming your way cannot be explained by natural logic. It will make people shake their heads in wonder. It will open doors your family never walked through. It will elevate you to places your past could never predict. And when it happens, you will know without question that every delay, every tear, every prayer, and every moment of confusion was building the platform for this supernatural rise. You are not in an ordinary season. You are in a divine transition, and your elevation is already in motion. The blessing you are stepping into is far greater than the idea of simply becoming financially abundant. Millionaire blessings are not random, and they are not given for the sake of luxury or status alone. They are connected to purpose, deep, meaningful, destiny-driven purpose. When God releases overflow into someone's life, it is because there is an assignment attached to that abundance. Wealth in this context is not just money. It is influence, ideas, opportunities, connections, and platforms that become tools to fulfill a greater mission. The increase you are walking into has been crafted with intention because you are called to impact others, create change, and leave a legacy that will outlive you. When God trusts someone with significant blessing, it's because He sees a heart that can steward it well. He sees a person who will not let wealth distort their character or distract them from their calling. He sees someone who has been through enough hardship to understand the value of compassion, generosity, and humility. Your journey, every trial, every setback, every lesson has shaped you into someone who can carry wealth with wisdom. You are not stepping into abundance just to elevate your lifestyle. You are stepping into it to elevate your purpose. Financial overflow becomes powerful when it is connected to impact. You are being blessed so that you can bless. There are people whose lives will. They'll be changed because of your obedience. There are families that will eat, children who will learn, communities that will grow, and visions that will flourish because of the resources God is placing in your hands. Your wealth will not be a reservoir, it will be a river. It will flow outward into the world in ways that bring healing, hope, and transformation. The more you pour out, the more God will pour in, because He can trust you to use His blessings to make a difference. Legacy is another key part of this divine blessing. God is preparing you to create something that will last beyond your lifetime. generational wealth, generational wisdom, and generational opportunity are forming through the choices you're making right now. You may be the first in your family to step into millionaire blessings, but you will not be the last. You are breaking barriers and setting new standards. Your success will shift the mindset of future generations, showing them that abundance is not only possible, it is a divine heritage. Your legacy will not be defined by what you leave behind, but by who you empower, who you inspire, and who you uplift along the way. Every resource God brings into your life has a purpose. It may be to fund a business, build a ministry, help the less fortunate, support a cause, or sow into someone else's dream. It may be to provide stability for your family or create opportunities for people who have never had access before. It may be to open doors in places where your voice, influence, or creativity can transform lives. Whatever the assignment may be, know this: God is not blessing you to keep you comfortable. He is blessing you to make you impactful. This kind of blessing also requires a new level of responsibility and self-discipline. You cannot handle millionaire blessings with a survival mindset. You must think strategically, act intentionally, and make decisions with purpose. Wealth without direction can be wasted, but wealth with a God-given vision becomes a force that can change nations. Your steps must be guided by wisdom, prayer, and discernment, because what you are carrying has the power to shape communities and influence futures. The wealth coming your way is tied to transformation, not only of your own life, but of the lives connected to you. God is positioning you as a vessel for change. Your success will break chains. Your story will inspire faith. Your generosity will bring hope. Your influence will open doors for people who never imagined entering them. What you are stepping into is bigger than you, and that is what makes it so powerful. So as you prepare for this new level, remember, millionaire blessings are not just about acquiring wealth. They are about fulfilling purpose. They are about aligning with the assignment God has placed on your life. They are about stepping boldly into the role you were created for, using everything. You have to create impact, leave a legacy, and bring transformation wherever you go. Your abundance has meaning. Your prosperity has direction. And your blessings are designed to be a testimony of what God can do with a willing heart and a purpose-driven life. Your past battles were never wasted, and they were never meaningless. Every struggle you faced, every disappointment you endured, and every delay that made you question your path was actually preparing you for the breakthrough you are about to step into. Nothing you survived was accidental. Nothing you overcame was random. Every hardship was shaping you, maturing you, turning you, and building the resilience needed to carry the blessing that is on its way. You may not have realized it at the time, but each battle was training ground for the level you are now stepping into. Many people see pain as punishment, but in reality, pain is often preparation. The wounds that once felt unbearable taught you endurance. The betrayals that broke your heart taught you discernment. The losses that left you empty taught you how to rebuild. The delays that frustrated you taught you patience and trust. You became wiser because life stretched you. You became stronger because life tested you. And you became more aligned with your purpose because life pushed you into the place where growth was unavoidable. Your challenges were molding you into someone capable of carrying greatness without being crushed by it. Sometimes the battles you faced were not about destroying you. They were about developing you. You were being trained quietly without applause, without recognition, without understanding why the road seemed so much harder for you than for others. But that difficulty built something priceless inside you. It built depth, it built character, it built faith, it built discipline, it built humility. These qualities cannot be taught in comfort. They are forged in adversity. And because you embraced the struggle instead of running from it, you are now equipped for blessings that require maturity, stability, and spiritual strength. There were moments when you felt alone, moments when you questioned your worth, moments when you wondered if your prayers were even being heard. But now you can look back and see that you were never abandoned. God was silently guiding you through every season. The delays were not denial, they were divine protection. The closed doors were not rejection, they were redirection. The disappointments were not failures, they were lessons in disguise. Each one was shaping your perspective and preparing your spirit for the elevation that is coming. If your journey had been easy, you would not have the capacity to sustain what is being released into your life now. The level of blessing you are stepping into requires emotional strength, spiritual depth, and mental stability. It requires someone who knows how to remain humble in prosperity, resilient under pressure, and faithful in uncertainty. Your past didn't break you, it trained you. It created the kind of strength that cannot be shaken by adversity. It taught you to stand in confidence, even when circumstances are uncertain. It taught you to trust God beyond what you see, feel, or understand. Those nights you cried in silence were not wasted tears. Those seasons where everything seemed to fall apart were not signs of failure. Those moments when you had to pick yourself up repeatedly were building the endurance that will sustain you in your next chapter. You survived situations that others would have collapsed under. You overcame obstacles that were meant to stop you. You pressed forward even when no one understood your journey. That determination, that resilience, that faith is exactly why you are stepping into breakthrough. Now the blessing that is coming is bigger than your pain. And that is why your preparation felt so heavy. God didn't allow you to walk through battles because He wanted to hurt you. He allowed them because He was preparing you for something extraordinary. You needed strength for where you're going. You needed wisdom for what you'll carry. You needed faith for the doors that are opening. You needed courage for the opportunities that will present themselves. Everything you faced built the version of you that can now step boldly into breakthrough. So don't despise what you've been through. Don't regret the path you walked. Don't look back with bitterness. Instead, look back with gratitude. Because every battle brought you here. Every struggle positioned you for what's coming. Every hardship sculpted the strength required for this moment. You are not entering this breakthrough unprepared. You are entering it fully equipped, fully ready, and fully aligned with your purpose. Your past was the training ground, but your future is the reward. The pain was the preparation, but the blessing will be the manifestation. What is coming is greater than what you lost, greater than what hurt you, and greater than anything that ever tried to break you. Your past battles prepared you for this breakthrough. And now it's time to step into everything that was waiting for you on the other side of endurance. The upcoming sign that is about to manifest in your life will not be hidden, subtle, or easy to overlook. It will be public, undeniable, and so clear that no one, not even those who doubted you, will be able to deny that God's hand is on your life. This next move of God is intentionally designed to be visible. It will be the kind of blessing that announces itself without you having to explain anything. You won't have to convince anyone of your breakthrough. They will see it with their own eyes. And when they see it, they will know it was divine. There are moments in life when God blesses, quietly behind the scenes, shaping you in private and strengthening you in silence. But there are other moments of divine unveiling when He chooses to reveal His glory through you in a way that becomes a public testimony. You are entering such a moment. This next sign will not only elevate you, it will astonish your family, your circle, and everyone connected to your story. People who watched you struggle will now watch you rise. People who witnessed your battles will now witness your breakthrough. And it will be so significant that even those who don't normally acknowledge spiritual things will have to say, only God could have done that. This sign will be a divine announcement that your season of hidden preparation is over. The waiting, the grinding, the planting, the sacrificing, the silent tears, all of it is about to be validated in one undeniable moment. It won't be small or easy to dismiss. God is preparing to shift something in your life that will be too big to ignore, an open door that cannot be closed, a blessing that cannot be questioned, A breakthrough that cannot be reversed. It may come in the form of a financial elevation, a career breakthrough, an opportunity, a healing, a restoration, or a moment of favor that completely transforms your trajectory. But whatever form it takes, it will be unmistakably divine. Your testimony will become a reference point, something people talk about when they want to explain what God can do. They will use your story as evidence that prayer works, that perseverance pays off, and that faith is never wasted. You will become the example in your family of what happens when someone refuses to give up. You will become the proof that breaking generational patterns is possible. Your life will be a visible marker of transformation, favor, and supernatural turnaround. Some of your family members have only seen your struggle. They have not yet seen your glory. They have seen you fight battles but haven't seen the victory that follows. They have seen you wipe tears but they haven't witnessed the blessing. Those tears were watering. God is about to change that. He's about to flip the narrative. He's about to put you in a position where the same people who questioned your decisions, doubted your dreams, or misunderstood your journey will now come to you for advice, inspiration, and hope. And understand this, the visibility of this sign is not meant to inflate your ego. It is meant to elevate God's name through your story. Your breakthrough will not point back to your strength. It will point back to His grace. Your success will not highlight your power. It will highlight His faithfulness. God will make the testimony so clear that no one will be able to attribute it to luck, chance, or coincidence. It will be aligned with such precision, unfolding so perfectly, that the only conclusion will be that heaven ain't a vain. This sign will also silence every lingering doubt inside of you. Sometimes we doubt ourselves more than others. Doubt us. But what God is getting ready to do will reaffirm your identity, your calling, and your direction. It will remind you that you are never forgotten, never overlooked, never abandoned. It will confirm that every season of pain was leading you to a season of purpose. This breakthrough will speak louder than your fears, louder than your past, and louder than any negative voice that tried to stop your growth. Get ready, because this sign will shift how people see you, how you see yourself, and how your story will be told. It will open doors to new opportunities, new relationships, new levels, and new callings. It will mark the moment when your life takes a dramatic public turn for the better. And once it happens, everyone connected to you will know you are walking under divine favor. They will speak of your testimony as evidence that God still moves, still elevates, and still uses ordinary people for extraordinary purposes. What God is about to do in your life will not be hidden. It will be a spotlight moment of glory. And it will be the kind of sign that becomes a lifelong reminder that when God decides to show Himself, He does it in a way that no one can ignore. Your testimony is about to become unforgettable. Generational cycles are powerful forces, patterns that repeat through families, shaping mindsets, habits, expectations, and outcomes. For years, maybe even generations, your family has carried cycles of struggle, limitation, lack, and stagnation. You may have watched your parents, grandparents, and relatives go through the same hardships, the same financial constraints, the same emotional battles, the same disappointments. But here is the truth rising in your spirit. Those cycles end with you. You are the one chosen to rewrite your family story. You are the one appointed to break what broke those before you. You are the one God has positioned to shift your bloodline from survival to success, from lack to abundance, from struggle to elevation. This assignment on your life is not by accident. The reason you've always felt different, always wanted more, always dreamed bigger, always sensed that your life had a deeper meaning is because you were born to be the generational breaker. You were born with the courage to challenge what others accepted. You were born with the resilience to push past limitations that others surrendered to. You were born with the vision to see opportunities where others only saw obstacles. You carry something that your family line has been waiting for. a mindset that refuses to settle, a spirit that refuses to quit, and a determination that refuses to be confined by the past. Breaking generational cycles is not easy. It requires strength, healing, awareness, and boldness. It requires confronting patterns that have been normal for decades. It requires making choices that may confuse the people around you. It requires saying no to what others tolerated and saying yes to things no one in your family ever pursued. You may have been criticized for dreaming too big or wanting too much. You may have been misunderstood for stepping away from familiar surroundings or old habits, but that is because your assignment is different. You were not called to repeat the past, you were called to transform it. The poverty that plagued your family is losing its grip. The limitations that kept previous generations stuck are being dismantled. The mindset of scarcity that shaped your upbringing is being replaced with a mindset of abundance. You are shifting the atmosphere simply by believing that more is possible. Every step you take toward growth, healing, education, entrepreneurship, faith, or discipline is a step toward a new future. Not just for you, but for those who come after you. What you are building now will become the foundation for your children, grandchildren, and generations yet unborn. They will not inherit the burdens you carried. They will inherit the breakthroughs you fought for. They will walk through doors you opened. They will benefit from the sacrifices you are making now. The abundance you are stepping into is not temporary wealth. It is generational transformation. Your obedience, your faith, your discipline, and your willingness to rise are rewriting what your family name represents. Some of the warfare you've experienced was not even about you. It was about the generations you are meant to free. The enemy fought you harder because you are the one chosen to break what he hoped would continue. That is why your path has felt heavier at times. That is why your battles seem more intense. That is why your progress may have felt slower. You were dealing with generational weight, not just personal problems. But the very fact that you are still standing, still believing, still growing, and still pressing forward is proof that you are breaking through. As your mindset expands, the cycle breaks. As your finances grow, the cycle breaks. As you heal emotionally, the cycle breaks as you walk in purpose. The cycle breaks as you elevate spiritually, mentally, and financially. The entire direction of your bloodline shifts. You are moving your family from generational survival to generational success. You are shifting them from generational fear to generational faith. You are transitioning them from generational lack to generational legacy. Abundance begins with you. Elevation flows through you. You are not just rising for yourself. You are rising for everyone connected to you. Your breakthrough is their breakthrough. Your growth is their growth. Your triumph is their new starting point. You are paving a road that your ancestors prayed for but never reached. You are fulfilling dreams that were whispered but never realized. You are walking in a level of blessing that will echo forward into the future. This is your assignment and you are fulfilling it beautifully. You are the cycle breaker. You are the generational curse destroyer. You are the one rewriting the story. And from this moment forward, your family line will never be the same again. Your mindset must rise before your blessing arrives, because elevation always begins internally before it manifests externally. Wealth, success, and divine favor can only rest where the mind has been prepared to receive them. Millionaire blessings require millionaire thinking, not in terms of arrogance or material obsession, but in terms of faith, discipline, integrity, and vision. Before God releases abundance into your hands, He first expands your thinking, resets your expectations, and upgrades your belief system. Because if the mind is not ready, the blessing cannot stay. Everything in your life begins with thought. Your habits, decisions, dreams, and actions all flow from the mindset you hold. If your mind still operates from fear, scarcity, and limitation, then even if blessings arrive, they will slip through your fingers. That is why this season is not only about what God is sending to you, but also about who He is shaping you to become. He is preparing you to hold the very thing you've been praying for. Faith is the first pillar of millionaire thinking. You cannot step into overflow with doubt ruling your heart. Faith is the ability to believe in the unseen, trust in divine timing, and walk boldly into opportunities without fear of failure. It requires you to speak abundance, even when your situation looks empty. To believe in destiny, even when circumstances seem unfavorable. Faith is not blind optimism. It is anchored confidence in the one who guides your steps. When you think with faith, you prepare for blessings before they appear because you know they are coming. Discipline is another vital foundation. Wealth without discipline becomes wasted potential. Blessings without structure easily dissipate. Discipline means showing up consistently, building strong habits, managing your time and resources wisely, and refusing to let distractions pull you away from your assignment. It is the quiet strength that turns dreams into reality. Millionaire blessings require a level of commitment that goes beyond emotion or motivation. They require consistency, sacrifice, and stewardship. God blesses those He can trust, and discipline proves that you are ready for more. Integrity is the anchor that sustains elevation. You cannot walk into greater blessings with a compromised character. Integrity means doing what is right even when no one is watching. It means being honest, dependable, and responsible with the opportunities God gives you. Wealth can amplify both strengths and weaknesses. Integrity ensures that elevation does not corrupt you. When your integrity is strong, God knows He can place more weight on your shoulders without fear that you will misuse it. Vision is the final pillar of a rising mindset. Vision allows you to see beyond your current reality and plan for your future with clarity and intention. It means dreaming boldly, setting goals and expecting God to exceed your imagination. Vision lifts you out of old patterns and prepares you for new possibilities. It helps you recognize divine opportunities when they appear. Without vision, people settle. With vision, people rise. The size of your vision often determines the size of your blessing. As your mindset expands, the manifestation will follow. When you think differently, you act differently. When you act differently, you attract differently. When you elevate internally, your environment begins to shift externally. You start to notice open doors you once overlooked. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You stop settling for less and start believing that abundance is your divine inheritance. Transformation starts inside before it becomes visible outside. Millionaire thinking is not about money. It is about aligning your thoughts with God's promises, aligning your habits with your purpose, aligning your belief with your destiny. When you carry a mindset that matches where God is taking you, nothing can stop the blessing that is scheduled for your life. So rise in your thinking, rise in your confidence, rise in your discipline, rise in your faith, rise in your expectations, rise in your vision. The blessing you've been waiting for is already on its way. But it requires a version of you that thinks at a higher level. Prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Because once your mindset matches your destiny, the manifestation will follow quickly, abundantly, and unmistakably.